Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. My name is Stephanie Renee and today we're going to be talking all about my experience with getting my microblading removed. So this is all going to be a little story time about the microblading removal process. So today I actually went to go get it done, but before I go into that, I want to kind of give a little backstory so that you know how I got here. So I got microblading in 2018. So my microbladed eyebrows are about 6 years old. They faded quite a bit. I'm going to show some before and after pictures in the video so that you guys kind of know, you can compare me to how your eyebrows are looking. Because I watched a bunch of videos and I couldn't really find anyone my skin tone or the shade that I got. A lot of people got very warm tone microblading, I noticed, or like black, jet black brows. So that wasn't really what I got. My original request was kind of like a cool brown is what I wanted. I didn't want it too warm. So I got like a cool brown brow to begin with. So it faded to an ashy brown color. I started to dislike the shape, strokes in the front, and then also it went a little long and it curved down lower. So I really want that kind of uplifted, swooped kind of look that kind of brings your face up, right? We're trying to look youthful. Okay, so that was why I wanted to get it redone. So I started kind of looking for places to go to, and I found two that looked good. I set up consultations at them both because of course this is my face. We want to make sure that we're picking somebody and a laser that's going to work for me because we want to make sure the face stays right. So first I went to the first consultation. I called before, I asked what laser they're going to be using, and I asked for price point and what they, basically how does it work? Because it's the removal process and tattoo removal in general is all new to me. So basically what you are wanting to get is very similar to a tattoo removal if no one's told you yet. Okay, so that was news to me. So they shared with me typically, it can take 4 to 8 sessions, this first place mentioned, and then they shared that the price point that they typically charge for it is anywhere between $100 to $200. And I'm like, oh my goodness, that's a lot of money to get it removed. It's a lot more to get it removed than it was to get it done in the first place, which these are the things that we wish somebody would have told us before we got microblading. So they shared that information with me, asked them what laser they're using. They're using the Pico Shore. I looked that information up, sounds good. And I say, okay. Then I found a Groupon for the actual spot online, which was amazing, for like 50 bucks. So I'm like, cool. So I pull up to the consultation, they look at my brows. They share with me that they think it will probably take about 4 sessions. They're not sure what kind of ink was used, but it looks like it'll take about 4 to be able to remove it. And then they quote that it's $250 per session. And I'm like, wait, what? That is not what we discussed, right? And they're like, well, you can do a package of 4 since you're gonna need 4 anyway. And I'm like, okay, well, what's the price for that? They say $1,000. And I'm like, if we're both doing math here together, I'm thinking there's no price break with me buying a bundle, like make it make sense. So at that point, I'm like, okay, well, they're saying I'm a candidate. They're saying the thing is gonna take a lot to remove. Let me just go home and think on this. And then of course I have that other consultation set up. So I'm thinking about it and I'm telling my friends about it and they're like, this does not sound right. So I go to the second place. As I get there, it's a totally different experience. They look at my brows. The specialist tells me, oh my goodness, yours are very light. And they were pretty faded. She goes, I think maybe 1 and then 2 sessions, worst case scenario. And she goes, I don't know, I'm not gonna know what kind of ink was used until I start lifting it. Cause I asked her, is it warm? Because I saw other people's YouTubes and they talked about it lifting red or yellow, or it could lift on the cooler side, on the green or gray side, which I was thinking I'd be green or gray because of what I asked for in the beginning. But other people were kind of surprised when it lifted red and yellow. It looks crazy. It's on their face. It looks worse than how it started. And I was like, that's what I don't want to happen. So let's do a test spot. I'm thinking maybe a test spot. Let's start off slow. Then we know what's about to be on my face going forward. So then I share with her, when I called, your front desk attendant shared with me that it would be anywhere from like $100 to $200. This is at the second location. She goes, yeah, yours is so light. I'm thinking it's gonna be, it'll be $100 per session. So I'm like, thank God this is the place. The woman sounded very competent. She shared that she's done ton of sessions. She also does microblading herself, and she could see looking at it that it's very light and it's going to respond easily. She assured me my hair would not be fried off. That was another concern of mine. She assured me that worst case scenario, my hair might look a little bit lighter at first, but it will go back. And then she also educated me on the fact that this laser doesn't go deep enough to kill a hair follicle, so we don't have to worry about our eyebrow follicles not growing back permanently. I watched some videos where people had scarring. I hope I'm not gonna be one of those. This is day one. I just got back, so I'm definitely gonna give close-ups of the brows, but let us pray there will be no scarring. Okay, so she's making me feel great about getting these brows done. So she shares with me, this is the consultation, ask any questions you want. We're gonna be using the RevLite Laser. She says this is very similar to the Pico Shorts and the same company family, but she said this is very good. She said it can treat the red and the yellow as well as the green and the gray, kind of like the cooler look. So she was like, don't worry about it. Even if it lifts that way, we have to come back the second time, it's gonna be fine. So she made me feel very comfortable. And then the last thing that I wanted to touch on is I was concerned about how painful it would be, because everybody who I saw in the videos all had a numbing cream. They all put on numbing cream, right? And I'm like, but I don't have time for numbing cream, because I'm thinking she wants to do it right now. So she says, oh yeah, we can put on a quick acting numbing cream. We'll leave it on there for like 10 minutes and that'll knock off some of the edge. Which I was a little bit like, other people were doing 45 online. In my head, I'm thinking, so is this gonna be enough? But I'm like, let's just go for it. Let's just get it today. So she's like, amazing, let's go. I have time. So she puts on the numbing cream on my brows. We let it sit for 10 minutes and we're into the room where we're getting it done. And I'm gonna show some footage of me getting the process done, like zapping my brows. Okay, so I lay down, she kind of holds an area on my face and you'll see me kind of look like a complete and utter punk, because it really does feel like, people are describing it as a hot rubber band being snapped on your face. I would liken it to like laser hair removal, which I guess is pretty similar to that. It does feel like you are burning your flesh. It really does feel like that. You feel like this electricity and you feel it just like zapping, 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 zapping. It was very painful, but the benefit of it is that it's so fast. I almost was thinking to myself, slow down, take your time. Like, lady, make sure you're getting every last stroke off of my face here, because I'm hoping this is the one and done, which we'll see. I'll let you guys know if it's one and done. I'll definitely make sure to do a check back video so that you can see how it turned out, if I don't need another session. And if I do need another session, I'll also let you guys know that too. So stay tuned for part 2. Super, super crazy fast process. Afterwards, I felt like a stinging sensation. People talked about smelling burning hair or burning face. I guess it probably is really burning flesh, because I don't think any of my hair did burn, but that is absolutely what it smelled like. It smelled like burning. It felt like burning. Where she says, for the rest of the day, don't do any rubbing, scrubbing on the brow. So for today, if you not wearing makeup would probably be a good idea, which as you can see, I'm clean faced. So that's probably the best practice if you can, but it's not mandatory. But basically she was just saying, just baby the skin for today. A little bit of redness right when I got done. It wasn't really swollen, it was just kind of red around the outside. It's still a little tiny bit, but not a ton. She said, all day today I am going to be applying, she gave me these 2 little vials of aloe vera. So all day today I'm just going to be babying my face. I'll probably do it tomorrow too, just keeping it nice and moisturized so that it can heal properly. So all day babying it. But other than that, she said after 48 hours, just live your life. And it will lighten and lighten and lighten gradually over the next 6 weeks. So right now, I'm loving the results. I love how much lighter it is. I can already tell it's lightening up. I can't wait to have a free, clean face without any microblading. And other than that, thank you guys so much for watching. Questions, type them right in that comment box below and I'll address them on the next video. I'll also respond to you guys, I always do. Other than that, go ahead and like and subscribe. I really appreciate it. Makes my channel pop, and I hope you guys have a great day.